Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, a masterpiece of disaster. Now, where am I going with this? Hold on tight. We'll get there. And what I mean by that is we've watched this team be consistently arrogant, ignorant, and oblivious to the needs, much less the wants of this team. And we've went into it quite detailed in the past in other videos. But I'm going to go even a little further today. And what I mean by a masterpiece of disaster is because as much as John Harbaugh has been incompetent, as much as Greg Roman has been lackluster, as much as EDC has been inconsistent, the media has allowed them to act in this manner with no repercussions in sight. And what I mean by repercussions is John Harbaugh and this Ravens organization has made it quite clear that if you do not share their viewpoints, you do not share their thoughts, if you disagree with them outwardly, you will not be allowed in the castle. We saw yesterday or 2 days ago, the media literally went after Giovanni Bernard after making a bad play. And they wanted to question him. And I mean, he was like, look, I got family waiting for me. It's been a roller coaster. Just next time. And they were just stuck in his side like a sty. And you had people saying, well, that's our jobs. We're supposed to do that. But yet you throw softballs, snowballs with sprinkled flavoring questions to John Harbaugh and his staff. But you do not show the same courtesy to the QB that QBs his team. So I'm at a point now where they're being backed up by the media. And the media has not done its proper due diligence in making sure that they've called them out for not only their poor team construction, their poor play calling, but their abysmal team fortitude. And we're stuck here. As Ravens, I mean, think about this real quick. Most places, if they say, oh, the fans, the people at the end of the bar, that's all they are, is the people at the end of the bar. Imagine if an NBA coach said that. How the media would be going after him at every chance that they get. Imagine if Mike Tomlin said that. How the media would probably run with it. Imagine if almost any other coach would do that, they would run with it, but not Harbaugh. Why is that? Why is it that he is beyond reproach in the media's eyes? They have yet to call him out for his poor coaching. And here's the thing. If your staff, who you say you give autonomy to, right, is allowed to do poor work or shoddy play calling, then you, my friend, should be on the hook or the guillotine with them. Because you are thus empowering that person to continue their dastardly foolishness. And us as fans, imagine you looking at us saying that we're nothing more than people at the end of the bar. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is, people at the end of the bar. But the people at the end of the bar are the ones paying for your drinks, filling up your cup. And most of all, and I do mean most of all, we've been correct. Absolutely correct. The fans have been called so many manner of things by Ravens media. Idiots, fools, braggarts, and you look at the team and you say, there's no way that they don't see this too. Correct? And we're not just talking, and you know what? I'm going to even go in a bigger circle. It's not just Ravens media. It's the entire media. Think about the Ravens within media. Since Lamar Jackson went down, the media doesn't cover them. Once he is taken out as the we could blame Lamar, they're never going to blame Harbaugh. They're never going to blame EDC. They sometimes blame Greg Roman, but Greg Roman is just an extension of Harbaugh. Where is the same vitriol that you have for Lamar that you should be having for these coaches? Where's the same vitriol that you had for Lamar that you should be having for the GM? The Ravens have scored, what is it, 1 touchdown in the past 3 games, something like that? We've seen multiple teams with absent QBs, because a lot of QBs have actually been hurt this year. A lot of QBs. Kyler, Dak, Lamar, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, the list, Herbert. Like, there has been Stafford. There's been a plethora of quarterback injuries this year in this league. But yet those teams seem to find a way to continue to win. They find a way. They coach them up right. They say, look, your only job is to get us to the next game, but come out this game with a W. And you know what? We've allowed, and I've said this to a lot of Raven fans, because we were part of the problem sometimes. We allowed John Harbaugh too much rope. Way too much rope. We should have already tightened up that rope so tight that he had to hang himself. And after his animated comments towards the fans, there should be no room for him to breathe how tight that rope should be around his neck. Straight up. Because it's all him. He tells EDC how he wants him to draft. He tells Greg Roman how he wants him to call the play calling. I don't want to hear no more excuses on the Greg Roman stuff. It's Harbaugh. Actually, when they thought that they might lose Greg Roman to Stanford, right? They were bringing in Willie Taggart, I believe, who is an exact replica of Greg Roman. He's just black and skinny. His play calling, his style of same thing. He's been fired from like 2 different jobs. I think because of his inability to adjust. You know, I really do. I love, the team. I love the camaraderie. I love the fans, do or die attitude and us against the world mentality. I love that. But at some point, when you're given, so much, then more is expected of you. When you gain a player, see, this wouldn't be bad if we didn't have a Lamar, right? If we had a Baker Mayfield or something like that, we're like, look, we get these games how we get them. Teams doing their best, whatever. But when you have an absolute stud, a star, a fragment of light, somehow finding a way to become bright within the endless darkness of space, you happily and willingly waste that opportunity. And the worst part is, It's almost like you want the fans to feel sorry for y'all.
Bruh.
Like, oh, yeah, we had Lamar, but some injuries happened.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah, we had Lamar, but you know, weather was a problem.
Bruh.
Like, these are all excuses that have been made. Like, and I've always put everything into context, right? Anybody that has followed me understands where I go when I make my assessments of Lamar. Because I understand that without him, we're nothing. I was getting nothing but hatred because of those assessments. I said, look, if we don't have him, we barely score. We might score 10 points a game. Fast forward to now. The same people, the same media that should have been holding them accountable, is now saying, you know, our passing game is inadequate. Greg Roman needs to be better. These weapons are subpar. Duh. Who in their right mind thought Prochet was going to turn into Justin Jefferson? Who in their right mind thought Tylan Wallace was going to turn into Deebo Samuels? Who in their right mind thought Duvernay was going to turn into Chase? Like, bro, like this is what we've been talking about. But the delusion continues because the owner allows Harbaugh to be in absolute unmitigated control with nobody with enough power outside of the owner to keep him in check. Somebody like Harbaughs has to be kept in check. Because what he does is he never hires people that can threaten him, which is stupid in my assessment. Because if you actually hire people and they go on to be head coaches and keep being head coaches and keep being head coaches, the best coaches are all gonna try to work for you because they know that working for you is a fast track to becoming a head coach. And if they're all good coaches, that means you are having great team success. It's a win-win. They leave to go pursue better and greater things while you get all the accolades of being the head coach of a winning football program. Am I the only one that knows that? And he doesn't do that. He hires friends, family, old teammates, old colleagues, old coaches that he grew up with, players that he played with, all different types of players that played for his father. At some point, the fans, us fans, you, I'm speaking directly to you and us. I'm speaking to myself also. We have to get to the point where we say, you will not get another dollar. Another quarter. Another dime. Another nickel. Dang, you're not even getting another penny from us fans until we see change. We're the ones making the financial commitment to the team. We are. We're making the financial investment into the team. They're not doing that. They have to perform, but they're not making the financial. They're not doing that. They're getting paid handsomely, I might add, to do their jobs. Imagine you looking at somebody and saying, yo, we're going against the worst run defense in the league, and our running backs are about to have 20 rushes for 200 yards, and they don't even touch the ball for the rest of the fourth quarter. They touch. J.K. touched the ball like 2 or 3 times in the third quarter. It's nasty business. That's horrible. And look, this masterpiece of disaster, which that's the name of this episode, has been solidified by the media because the media let him go unchecked. The fans can only do so much because everybody is just fans. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. But the media has the obligation, or better yet, they have the responsibility to keep people in check because they're the reporters that are reporting on the problems as much as the accolades. And when you do so and you ask those questions, you make sure that they answer the difficult questions. It holds their feet more to the fire. And they have yet to do that. I have yet to see Undisputed, First Things First, First Take, The Colin Cowherd Show. None of them. Hold them accountable. Look how putrid this team has looked without Lamar. While everybody has blamed every problem that the Ravens has on Lamar. Good God have mercy. We need a change, folks. We need a change. And a change will come. Hopefully. And that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Hey, you guys can be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and you know I appreciate that. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave comments. I love comments. I love talking with you guys. It's great. I told y'all upcoming next month, we're going to start I got it from Ing Raven. Shout out to Ing. The questions from subscribers. So if you're subscribed to the channel, I'm going to give out an email, and you guys send me questions that I will read on here like once a week, maybe twice a week. And we'll do breakdowns of those questions. So, once again, this is the Wunderkind Show. This is your boy Nitro signing off. And you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here. Hopefully, so is Greg Roman and Harbaugh. Yerp!